अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् अच्युतं केशवं
Passava de gás no caminho, agora que eu estou agora carro.
Okay. Nice. Thanks so much.
गल वैजंती माल मोर मुकुट छवि सोहनी जय यशोदा के लाल जय यशोदा के लाल देव की माता के दुख भंजन बाबा नंद के राज दुलारे जसमती मैया के ब्रज तारे तिलक लगाए राधे कानन कुंडल अति पवित्र डाले मुख पर सोहे मोती तिलक कर मन मोहे
Yeah, one
Dạ. Joyce Dookhoo.
Okay.
Good to see you too. I wish it was
Yeah, you can record that. Ready? You could. Yeah, you could look up. It's okay. The second one here is. So what is that? You want? Yeah. All right. Very fast. All right. Progressive candidate, right? Yeah. Yes, yes, that's what I wanted. एक बार बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। सबको जय जय सीताराम। सबको सीताराम। Let us all kindly stand, please, as we prepare for today's session.
So you going to wash your hands and you're going to sip water. So don't forget that your mask is on, right?
Wash your hands first. Om Hastan Pavitram Prashananam Kuru Hastan Pavitram Prashananam Kuru. Keshavaya Namaha Madhavaya Namaha Narayanaya Namaha. That's all. Hastan Pavitram Prashananam Kuru. Keshavaya Namaha Madhavaya Namaha Narayanaya Namaha. Hastan Pavitram. Keshavaya Namaha Madhavaya Namaha Narayanaya Namaha. Om Keshavaya Namaha Madhavaya Namaha Narayanaya Namaha. Hastam Pavitram Prashananam Kuru. Keshavaya Namaha Madhavaya Namaha. Once again, Narayanaya Namaha. Kusmule Site Brahma Kushmati Jamal Jananti Sarkaraya Kushpati Swarnana Kushmule Site Brahma Kushmati Jamal Jananti Sarkaraya Devam Pushpati. So now we have so come back on the side now. Come back on the side. Right hand. And left hand, right hand, and on the neck. Same with you. Let's listen to good thing. Sravan. Considering is a very good action. So dear devotees, we are going to offer prayer. We are going to ask the Divine to bless this family, to bless the soul, most particularly soul today, and seek God's blessings and intervention, positive travel for the soul as we prepare to the body. So we ask Bhagwan's blessings. Om Hari Om Namo Namah. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namo Namah. Om Shri Guru Charane Kamalebhyo Namo Namah. Om Shri Swastanor Indro Vrihasrava Swastanor Pusha Vishwa Vedam Swastanor Saraksho Arishtanemi Brihaspate Dharatu Dildhayu Tvaya Balai Vaishyase Suprajai Shatyavai Sahasro Jiva Sharada Santam Shantidan Rikshukum Shantirapaham Shanti Sama Shanti Roshaya Shanti Venaspatyam Shanti Gram Devta Shanti Sthan Devta Shanti Kul Devta Shanti Putri Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garuda Vajam Mangalam Pundarikaksham Mangalayam Tanu Hari Om Sri Vishnu 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 Sri Purnam Purushotamaye Paramatmane Adhya Shri Brahmano Dvitiye Pararudhe Shri Svetaraha Kalte Vaivasvatanam Kari Kalite Karipatam Sarano Puradesha Number 29, Kinam Road, Siparia, Siparia Grame, Siparia Grame, Shri Bhadra Padmase, Krishna Pakshe, Mangalavare, Triyodashi Tithi, Ashlekshan Nakshatra, Karkrasi Suteshu, Yajmanasya Chande Namasya Sri Amugotra Amukopretasya Antishti Karma Aham Karishyami Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Shuresham Viswadharam Gaganasadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogivirdhyanagamaya Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalok Ekanatham Bole Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki Jai Ram Naam Satya Hai प्रेम से बैठ जाइए काइंडली प्लीज प्लीज थैंक यू So friends, relatives, neighbor, associates, members of the family, the extended family, again, Sitaram to each and every one of you. Today, on this occasion, it is one of the final celebrations in my life. It is the Anteshti or the Mritak Sanskar. We have 16 forms of devotion when we sit at a bedi to perform puja. 16 of them, and they are called sanskars. Today is one of those sanskars, and it is called a final sanskar. In life, we have different challenges, and we have to travel the journey of life. And when we go through the journey of life, we will have trials, we will have tribulations, we will have good times, we will have bad times, not so good, not so bad, very good. It don't last forever. The good times don't last forever, and the bad times don't last forever. If you have a close relative of us who lives away, and when he or she comes home, we have a wonderful time and wonderful memories. But at the end of the vacation, they have to leave to go back to their respective places, respective homes, respective job functions. So, while we live, enjoy the little life that we have. You know why? That is right there. That is right there, pouncing upon us to strike at any time. That is why we always thank the Lord for every morning that we rise and we are able to see the sun. We have to be grateful and thankful. So today is one of these sanskar that is called the Anteshti sanskar, which is the last of the most important 16 sanskar. It is described in our scriptures as sanskar. So what is sanskar? Sanskar is often interpreted to mean rites of passage. This description aptly fits the Anteshti sanskar more than any of the others. Death to the Hindu is merely the end of one phase of a long journey. For some, it is God's realization. For some, it is God's realization. You and I cannot make pronouncement on that. You and I do not know what this individual did or did not do. All that you can do today is to seek God's blessings in your own way, in a very simple way. Ask the Lord while you are here present with members of the family, with your bereaved family. Ask the Lord to give this soul a beautiful place in His abode. That is all that you can do. And that is all we would like you to do. This description uplifts the Anteshti Sanskar more than any of the others. Death to the Hindu is merely the end of one phase of a long journey. Right? So it is a long journey. And if you would inquire from the families, the deceased have lived a full life. Full life. So the journey of the Atma embodied in a subtle form continues into the hereafter with the advent of death. So our scriptures tell us that the soul which belongs to the Master. You see, every one of us here have a spark within us, which we call the divine spark. And from that spark there is a larger spark, or a flame. And we are part of that massive flame. And that massive flame is no other than Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Lord Krishna. So what happens hereafter? Due to attachment, the soul will linger along. And when the time comes at the end of the 13 days and so, we ask Bhagwan Krishna again to hold the hands of the soul of the departed and give support to its final resting place. That is we do as Sanatani Sangha. It is with a view to making this passage into the hereafter as easy and as simple as possible that the family today are performing the Anteshti Sanskar for their loved one. And they do so with great faith. Because sacrifice, preparation, all of these things are applied in this particular ceremony. Why do they do this? So that the Atma will attain a good state in the hereafter. So this ceremony is for the Atma to attain a good state in the hereafter. Boliye Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. So we will start the ceremony. So Joe, you take the lota, you offer water around the body, then you bring clockwise, right? Start from here and you go so. Sprinkle water around them. Om Hari Om. Take the time. Pass it to the person after you. Om Hari Om Namo Namah. Om Vishnave Namaha Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhyamukha Mukha Pretasya Yajmanasya Mritasthanan Shavanimita Snanan Padyam Ganga Jalam Snanan Padyam Achmanyam Danam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishita Banyuchanya Rasaya. Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mritasthane Shavanimita Yajmanasya Nimita Snanan Padyam Achmanyam Ganga Jalam Snanan Danam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtam. Adhyamukha Gotrasya Amukha Pretasya Mritasthane Shavanimita Ganga Jalam Snanan Padyam Achmanyam Danam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtam. Hari Om. Om Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mritasthane Shavanimita Ganga Jalam Danam Maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. Just like I give you. Om Hari Om Namo Namah. Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita chandanandanam maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. Om Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita chandanandanam maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. You can write your name. Om Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita chandanandanam maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. Om Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita mata chandanandanam Maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita chandanandanam maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. So we will offer mala, so we will break the mala, after hang up any wala. And we have everybody bhajan. Toot gaye hai mala moti. The mala, when it is given, we break the thread. That thread is continuing. If you do the jap with the mala, you will have the thread that holds the entire assembly together. An indication that the thread is that assembly. Now, the body is here, the life is not, so it's a disassembly now. So that is why you break the thread of the mala. Om Hari Om Namo Namah Mukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita pushpamala dana maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. Om Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita sugandhitam danam maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. Om Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita sugandhitam danam maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. Om Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita sugandhitam danam maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. Om Adhyamukhagotrasya mukhapretasya mritasthane shavanimita Sri sugandhitam danam maya diyate tavopatishthataम्. all kindly stand please. Om Yamgare Mahagore Andhena Tamashavrite Tatraiva Lokhanarthaya Deepoyam Maya Diyate Tavopatishtatam Jai Ram Hare Shri Ram Hare दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 राम हरे जय राम हरे जय राम हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 राम हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे जग चार तरफ अंधियारा आशा का दूर किनारा और कोई न केवन हारा हो फिर तू ही मेरा पार कर जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवम श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी ओ श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री राम जय जय राम ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय बोल वृंदावन बिहारी लाल बैठ जाइए तुमसे ओम हरि ओम नमो नमः O madhyamukha gotrasya hamukha pretasya mritasthane shavanimita eshato pindo danam maya diyate tavopatishtatam. Om Hari Om Namo Namam Ganga Jalam Snanam Padyang Achmanyang Danam Maya Diyate Tavo Padeshtatam. So, anybody else in the family would like to find a seat if you want? So we will give you another chance. Right, so anybody in the family, immediate family members would like to put a chandan, perform the arati, offer a flower, it is your time to do so now. Flowers, perfume. While the immediate family members are making their offerings, we will chant a few verses to chant a couple bhajans. And this bhajan is Matakaratu Abhiman. What is Abhiman? False pride. Matakaratu Abhiman. मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे झूठी तेरी शान रे मत कर तू अभिमान मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे झूठी तेरी शान रे मत कर तू अभिमान तेरे जैसे लाखों आया लाखों इस माटी में खाया तेरी जैसे लाखों आया लाखों इस माटी में खाया महान नाम निशान वंदे झूठी तेरी शान रे मत कर तू अभिमान झूठी माया झूठी काया वो तेरा जो हरि गुण गाया झूठी माया झूठी काया वो तेरा जो हरि गुण गाया जप ले हरि का नाम वंदे झूठी तेरी शान रे मत कर तू अभिमान माया का धिकार निराला बाहर उजला भीतर काला माया का धिकार निराला बाहर उजला भीतर काला इसको तू पहचान रे बंदे झूठी तेरी शान रे मत कर तू अभिमान मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे झूठी तेरी शान रे मत कर तू अभिमान तेरे पास है हीरे मोती मेरे मन मंदिर में ज्योति तेरे पास है हीरे मोती मेरे मन मंदिर में ज्योति कौन हुआ धनवान रे बंदे झूठी तेरी शान रे मत कर तू अभिमान
Son-in-law, no RT for son-in-law, right?
मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे झूठी तेरी शान रे मत कर तू अभिमान मत कर तू अभिमान मत कर तू अभिमान राम नाम सत्य है anyone in the audience would like to render a bhajan or so? We invite you on this side if there is anyone who would willingly like to come and share bhajan, you are invited. Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai Govind Jai Jai Gopal 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 Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai Shri Krishna Govind Hari Murari Shri Krishna Govind Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govind Hari Murari Shri Krishna Govind Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री राम जय राम 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 गोविंद 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 गोपाल 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव अच्युतं केशवं राम नारायणं कृष्ण दामोदरं वासुदेवं हरि श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिका वल्लभं जानकी नायकं रामचंद्रं भजे राम सत्य है. So this time, my dear devotees, we will have the presentation of the eulogy. So I leave this upon that in the video. I will come forward to the thank you.
Sitaram, everyone. They say Brahmas hold our tiny hands for just a little while, but hold our hearts forever. And I can attest to this because I've lived with her my whole life. My Aji was a crucial part of my upbringing, and for those who don't know me, I'm her youngest granddaughter, Chloe. I grew up with her from the day I first came home. She held me as a baby, helped me walk, and helped me grow. My Aji was a resilient, determined, and remarkable woman. And I'm sure everyone has fond memories of her, which we cherish daily. And I believe that while we reflect on her life and the memories we have of her, she's listening to us. Joyce Dookhoo was born on the 16th of November 1932 to the late Bagwandaya Mahadev and Babwa. She grew up in Congo village, Ramaitres Devi, with her 9 other siblings. She then married Balkisun Dookhoo at the tender age of 14 and moved to Queen Anne Road, Superior, where she spent the rest of her life. While she had her trials and tribulations being a young bride, she was a strong young woman who made the most of her marriage. She had the first child at 18 and then went on to have 9 more, making it a total of 10 children. Ganesh, Dona, Golly, Anna, Sam, Hollis, Dolly, Sharon, Kamini, and Joel. And now I need a breath. She loved her children dearly, and she had a special kind of tough love, which in her eyes made them stronger and more independent, just like her. In her short life, she did so many memorable things, and she truly lived her life to the fullest. Some of you may not even know she traveled a lot. She made it to New York, Maryland, Washington, D.C. to even see the White House, the monuments, the memorials, which I'm sure some of us haven't even seen. And she even went to India, where she saw the Taj Mahal and met the Indian actor Pran, which was one of her proudest moments. Even though she lived her life, she was always family-oriented. Family meant a lot to her, and she would always want them to come home just to eat, just to see everyone together, and to talk to them, because we know she loved to talk to us. I know her children did a lot for her too, and are proud to be hers. And I know that she's extremely proud of them. And by extension, I know she was always proud of her grandkids. And I can stand here and say this because even though she may not have told you all personally, she was always talking about you and boasting about how successful her children and her grandchildren were. And I would know because I could hear all her conversations. And I can speak on behalf of the grandkids when I say we all knew she was an amazing grandmother. And she did whatever she had to do for us to be happy and comfortable. And we are always proud to be her grandchildren and will always be proud to be her grandchildren. She became a grandmother at the age of 38 to twins nonetheless. And in the end, there were 25 of us in total. But she was more than a grandmother to most of us as we spent most of our time with her. She took care of her grandchildren as if they were her own little children and loved us even more than her own. She would never hesitate to babysit on vacations, as some of my cousins would know, and take us with her wherever she went. She was famous for her trips to the beach, as most of her kids would remember her going on a bicycle with her and Aja, 10 of them on 2 bicycles, and while at the beach she needed to throw a line and catch some fish. And you wouldn't dare catch her at the beach without her little spool of fishing line and a hook. And as the older grandkids would remember, and even some of her kids, she would carry them to the movies almost every week because she was always eager to see the newest film and hear the newest songs. But in my experience with her, she was always hooked on ZTV. And she would know exactly when her favorite shows would start, and God forbid the TV stopped working or malfunctioning because all hell would break loose. And the TV had to be fixed as soon as possible. And I was actually hooked on it too because as a little girl, I would run downstairs at exactly 6:30 just to watch the shows with her. And she would always ask me to read what the subtitles said, even though she could speak Hindi fluently. As a young girl growing up in the early 1900s, education wasn't a priority, and hence she never really went to school. She never learned to read or write English properly. And I would sit and teach her to write the alphabet and spell her name and even count to 10, mostly so she could dial in numbers on the phone for herself, because everybody knows that Aji would call everyone and talk all day if she had a chance. And if you ever wanted to know someone's business, just go to her, and she would know the entire life story. But putting the jokes aside, it showed that she had a lot of determination, even in her older years, to continue learning. And she knew a lot, even without having the proper training and the teachers. She took on the role of a seamstress, a chef, a baker, a masseuse, a gardener, and a nurse, and even so many more that I can't even list. And I'm sure everyone remembers her homemade bread was out of this world. And she would also pull out a little ice shaver now and then, and make us shave ice manually for snow cones while she made her syrup, just because she felt for it on a hot day. And she would bake cakes whenever she had a sweet tooth. She was always well put together and loved to dress up, and she would take pride in her makeup and hair, and wouldn't leave the house until she looked perfect. And it's evident that she passed on those genes to her daughters and her granddaughters. She made all her own clothes, and even went as far to choose out her own outfit for today. And that's how independent she was. And even when I had to make alterations to my clothes, she would pull out her sewing machine with no hesitation. or even a needle and thread and her trusty little glasses. She was always the go-to masseuse whenever anyone had Nara, and she loved planting her flowers and quarreling when anyone went close to cutting down with a weed whacker. And most of all, she cared for us on our worst days and made sure we had everything we needed. I know my parents, like many of my aunts and my uncles, never had any doubts about leaving us with her because they knew we were all in safe hands. But I think I'll miss the simple things the most, like shelling peas, talking with her in the hammock, playing cards when no one else was home, helping her mix the cake batter and butter in the pan, helping her put on her jewelry, combing her hair, and helping her choose out her outfits. And of course, watching the movies and shows. But mostly, she was more than a grandmother to me, and I would forever treasure the memories we had together. She was a huge believer in God and the power of prayer. She had proved time and time again that there is always a bigger plan in the making. God saw her getting tired, and he knew that she had accomplished all she set out to do. He saw that she had lived a fulfilling life, and her heart was content. It's said from our grandparents that we learn where we come from, we learn our history, and we learn who we are. Aji, wherever you are, I want you to know that you helped shape who I am. You impacted my life in more ways than one. You have been a constant in my life from the day I was born, and I will miss you every single day. I will forever have love for you. My heart is heavy, but my soul is strong, because I know that you are at peace. You are a fighter to the end, and I know wherever you are, you will continue being a fighter. And you will continue looking down on us, and will continue to bless us. And your soul will finally rest in peace. Thank you. You can sit around, everyone.
Thank you very much. Now, we will have one of the daughters to say to you.
Hello everybody, I'm Anna, and I'm the middle. So, for many days now, all of us, we've been talking about this, and we all felt that this day was going to come soon. So, we didn't want to prepare for it, but we did prepare for it. And 2 weeks ago, I sat and I put pen to paper and I wrote something that I know she would like. And the way we would converse, we would talk to each other, this is how it is. So I'll read it for you. So, this is my last talk with you, Ma. The moment you left us, we all felt it and we knew it in our hearts, because you are always in our thoughts. We never spared a moment not to have her in our mind. I know she always had us in her mind too, all day. The moment that you left us, Ma, our hearts split in two. One side filled with memories and reflections of our life together, and the other side died with you. We will often lay awake at night when the whole world is fast asleep and take a walk down memory lane with a tear upon our cheek. Remembering you is easy. We will do it forever, every day. But missing you, Ma, is a heartache that we will never be able to go away. We hold you tightly within our hearts, Ma, and there you will remain as our lives go on without you. But it will never be the same. My wish is that we meet again in another life, if we both take birth once more. May Lord Krishna keep you in his peaceful home until then. And during the week I was making all kind of funny jokes about her, and I would say, you know, we wanted her to be at peace, but we didn't know that she was waiting on Lord Krishna to take her with him to cut his birthday cake, because she went on the Krishna Janmashtami. So which we felt very, very good about. And we know that because she was such a blessed soul, that's why she got that very auspicious day to leave us. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we are at the conclusion of our ceremony. So if you could
One more thing. Last one.
So this last one is just from France. One of our granddaughters would like to say a few words, and it just take about less than 3 minutes. So with this, here we go.
Good morning, everybody. I would have loved to be there to remember Ma with you, but since I can't, I just wanted to say a few words from a distance. And I wanted to talk about what kind of grandma Ma was to me. And although I didn't see Ma all year, every year, I would spend the summer vacations with her in Trinidad. And it was such a special time in my life to spend this time each year. And I remember that we would arrive in Savaria, normally midnight, and Ma and Pa would be sitting on the hammocks and they would be waiting for we to arrive. And we would sit with them at first and we would talk about what had happened for the year and what was going on in their lives. And I would remember that Ma would say that this is Ariel and Salah, and Pa would say who? And Ma would say that it was Doily Duran, so he would know who it was because that's the kind of relationship that they had. And then we would wake up and we would spend the rest of the time with them for the next 2 months. And so I remember that we had some really fun times along the way, and it would be things like playing cards, helping she cook food, or going to the market, and even watching Indian movies. And I remember that we went with she once to go see an Indian movie in a cinema. And I feel like the one quality that I always really love about Mom was that truly she was like a little girl at heart. You know, she just wanted to have fun. And that is what she was like whenever we was doing these activities together. And I feel like I did learn some really important life lessons with she any time I did spend in Trinidad, because we did come from such different worlds. And I feel like because I would spend this time with that she would always find a way to connect me to where our roots was from, which was really nice to have in my life. And I think throughout the time that we would spend, we did hear about stories from the family and the life, and I would have to say that throughout the time, Ma says something about each one of she children, and she says something really beautiful each time about all 10 of she children, and even the grandchildren. So I thought that was a really nice thing to remember, that she had these feelings for she family. And in the end, when we would get ready to leave, I remember that she would sit on she hammock and she'd be really quiet, and we would go over and we would get ready to hug she, and then the tears would start to come and she would hug, and she would squeeze up your hand like this, and she would say, when I go see you again, Gil. And I would tell she, don't worry, Ma. I was like, we go see each other soon. And each time I would always think in my mind, I will see she soon, I will see she soon. And so now I think to myself, when I shed a tear for she in remembrance, that I will pass on these beautiful memories now that I have with she to my children, and let them know how special Ma was to me and how much of a great influence she was in my life. Thanks.
This memory is sitting in the hammock with you when I was like about 2 years, and she would sing a particular song just for me to fall asleep. Zindagi aur kuch bhi nahi, teri meri Come on, go and sleep. Oh, go and rest.
Okay, my dear devotees. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here and thank you for the support that you have given to the family. We do look forward for your continued support. You know, after today doesn't mean the relationship has ended. It's an indication that you are still here. Give support to the family, call them out, hail them out, find out how things are going and give them the necessary supports, because the only way you will understand that feeling of separation is when you yourself are involved, when it reaches home. So that pain, that separation, that void in the heart is only understandable by the person and persons that are immediately involved. So again, many thanks for making yourselves present here and sharing your time with the family this morning. We all will stand now as we make preparations for closure. Then we will go down to the Mosquito Creek. We will be driving Separia Road, Avocat, Kaizadan. No, not Avocat, Kaizadan. Avocat, Pepper Village, Mosquito Creek. Om Hari Om, take some flowers in your hand. Om Hari Om Namo Naram. Om Vishnave Namaha, Om Kashyapai Namaha, Om Akshayai Namaha, Om Bhupai Namaha. Om Sarveshwar Sarve Tvam Charanar Vrindam Sirsan Mamyate Kripaya Ye Mritak Sharir Jivatma Kalyanam Kuru. Om Sarveshwar Deen Bandhu Bhava Bhaya Haran Sarva Aparadam Shama Kuru. Parivar Shokam Nivaranam Kuru. Santosha Diyate Om Sarveshwar Bhagavan Tvam Kripa Sarvajanastu Sarvajanasya Shubhagati Prapyate. Anadhani Dhano Deva Sankachakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Devamevam. Bole Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you very much. Take a seat. Madhyamakogotrasya Mukaprite Bhara Deshe Pantho Namite Vishnu Devtava Ishato Kindodana Maya Diyati Tavo Pratishita. Kalpita Vata. Oh, sorry. Om Ganga Jalam Snanam. Ganga Jalam Snanam Karyat Nandana Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishita. Right. Arti. Om Yam Dwari Mahabhuri Antena Tamashabiti Tatraiva Lokanarataya Deepo Yam Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishita. Right one only fallen down. Om Ganga Jalam Snanam Paramachmanyam Danam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. push down the push it down. Yeah, alright. Go for the flowers. All the flowers we have here.
Just go here. Sure. Take. Just take. Yeah. Last one.
Yes. Just one.
Grab it.
Lalingkapagin. Om Hari Om Namo Namam. Om Mahyamukuputrasya Mukupetasya Chatware Khechara Nimita Eshato Pindo Ramamaya Diyate Tavo Patishtata. Ganga Jalam Snanan Pajanat Manyandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtata. Yeah. Take it. Yang lain
ओम हरि ओम मध्यम मुख गोत्र से मुख प्रदेश शव हस्ते साधक निंदे प्रेत देवता वा ईश तो किंदो दान मया दीयते प्रभुपति
सद ज्योति जला